In this video, we're going to be talking about automating some process in your life using Shortcuts. Shortcuts is an app installed by default on your iPhone and iPad. All right, without any further ado, let's start building with Shortcuts. So you can find the Shortcuts in the App Store. I'm going to just open it, and I'm going to go straight to the Automation tab in the bottom. This is a class on automation, so that should be no surprise. We're going to create a personal automation. Now here's my idea of something that I need. When I wake up in the morning, I need an extra little push to get out of bed. And the first thing that I typically do is I make coffee. But if I can make sort of a timer that gives me a certain amount of time to make that coffee, I'm less likely to procrastinate and lay in bed and get up slowly. I'm going to be a little more likely to jump out and do it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so that when I hit my alarm and I stop my alarm, I'm going to put in an amount of time. My phone's going to ask me, and it's going to set a timer for whatever time I put in, and it's going to give me that much amount of time to let me make the coffee. So to set that up, I'm going to choose the trigger that I need. I'm going to go to Alarm, and I'm going to go to Stopping the Alarm. So I have to actually stop it for this to work. I'm going to hit Next, and I'm going to do a couple things. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for that amount of time. So I'm going to add an action, and I'm going to search for ask for input. And so I'm going to tap on text. I'm going to change it for a number, and I'm going to say for this prompt, how much time do you need? So I'll do that, hit done, and we're good. So after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a spoken alarm. So it's going to say, you have so many minutes to make coffee. So I'm going to go search for speak text, and I'm going to type in, hitting the keyboard, so delete that. I'm going to say, you have minutes for making coffee. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the middle of that and put provided input. And so you can see that the block above has an output, which is the number that is put into that box. So the previous box takes that number and it's going to put it into this one to say you have this many minutes. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. So you have this many minutes for making coffee, and then I'm going to start a timer. So I'm going to see timer, search there, start a timer, not for 30 minutes, but I'm going to have it do this for that provided input number of minutes. And then when that timer goes off, I know that hopefully I will have finished making the coffee at that point. So let's try it out. Let's say I want 5 minutes.
You have 5 minutes for making coffee.
Awesome. I think I have a timer now that is going, hopefully. Let's check and see if that's the case. And sure enough, here I have a timer that is counting down. So this is working. Now, I have set this to work when I have an alarm that I stop. And so I can test that real quick by going to alarms. Okay, so I'm going to set an alarm for 1:16. So let's go there. I'm going to hit save. And now we wait. Oh, perfect. See? So now my alarm is going off. And now it's working. Now if I go to my timer, I can see that it's running, which is great. Now I did realize that there was one thing that I need to do, and that is in this, it has this function in here to ask before running. And this makes it so that you want to check with your phone or tell it whether you really want it to proceed with running the shortcut or not. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to say don't ask. So it's just going to run when the alarm goes off, and that means that it will automatically run when I turn off my alarm. And that's it. So I have used shortcuts to build a little automation that's going to help make my life a little bit better.